Oh, wow.
It's not, has no electricity, no nothing. It was left as is. That's pretty though. Almost done. I gotta get back up front. How about that?
That's nice.
The reason it's called that is because about 20 years ago, we had someone come through that was from that Sotheby's auction house. They just happened to stay with us and saw it. And this 20 years ago, they said if they had that, they would start the bidding at $1.5 million. So that's underneath. There's one exactly like it, and it's in the White House. Because the ladies were friends, a bunch of the ladies of the garden club were friends with Lady Bird, and they went to stay. And one of them saw it and just said, that's just like ours. The only difference is if you look at the bottom, one of the chicks at the White House is sawed off. Teddy Roosevelt's son sawed the little chick off the one at the White House. But that's what it's known as, the bird's nest table.
Thanks for that information. So it's just like the one at the White House?
To see Grant Hayes, the two presidents that stayed. Over there you'll see he signed his as General Grant. Because it was after his presidency. Now when Hayes, and it's got a big smudge on it, when he stayed, he was a sitting president. And I believe it was Grant that signed his as being from Washington City.
1883 or 85? Looks like 83.
And of course Lady Bird, she was here all the time.
I think you're a little bit like me.
Provolone?
We'll put it right back then.
I'm surprised she didn't wait to hear anything.
But that's why it was in that paper towel.
Oh, there it is.
We'll save the back. Before I come back for
Like I said, be prepared for a call
Oh, she,
about
for a little girl?
the tax.
I don't know where that came from. I mean, I can't imagine,
Neither can I.
you know? Yeah.
She was just not very.
Pleasant.
Yeah.
I know. It was strange because, you know, when I had to
Yeah, halfway across before she started. I think she might be a little bit of a player.
January 29th, 1878, Rutherford B. Hayes checked into the Excelsior Hotel in Jefferson, Texas. March 21st, 1976, Lady Bird Johnson checked into the Excelsior Hotel. They have a room here called the Lady Bird Room, which is room 214. You can see her signature in the center of this video.
And with the steamboats coming up from New Orleans and whatnot, that they turned him down. And he got very angry and was cursing us. That's why you see his signature. And at the bottom end of Jefferson, he said grass would go in our streets and there'd be bats in our belfries.
Where does it say end of
At the bottom.
Well, that was nice of him, wasn't it?
It was. He was such a sweet fella.
Jay Gould wanted to put things in Jefferson and they wouldn't let him, and he predicted it would be the end of Jefferson.
Okay. I can tell you a little tidbit. 215 is the room that Spielberg stayed in. The one he got scared in the middle of the night and made him see his whole crew leave with him. Because supposedly he went in there and threw his briefcase in a rocking chair and it tossed it back at him. And later, wee early hours of the morning, he woke up and there was a little boy standing by his bed asking him if he was ready for breakfast. And he got up and left.
Oh, wow.
I've stayed in that room before.
Well,
What year was this hotel built? 1858?
Yes, sir.
You getting hungry yet? You lie.
Do y'all do paper applications or do y'all do movies?
Have your applications. I don't know if she's looking for anyone or not, but you're welcome to fill one out.
Sure. I can.
Here.
You ready to
There
write?
you have one ready. You have a pen?
Yeah, okay. I would have that if I saw it.
I mean, I'm kind of looking for housekeeping.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is today the night?
I looked on my phone, and it is.
We split Durant.
So we just need to get a W-9 for.
I'll take a pic. Where was that? Oh yeah, 1858. I'm gonna call this one the $1 Million Chandelier, and what'd you call this again?
She called that the
I'm gonna-
bird table? No, not bird. Duck.
Duck.
What did you call this table again? Oh, the bird's nest table. Bird's nest table. It could be a duck.
Oh my god. Hold on.
I like he even stay here, astronaut.
Oh, this is neat. Record title ownership. Instead of putting it in tax base, they just put it.
Yeah. And look, Stayed here in 96. That's before he became president.
Presidents have stayed here. The Excelsior House Hotel in Jefferson, Texas is the oldest continuously run hotel in the state of Texas, and of course has been run since 1858.
Those are old keys to the hotel.
So that's the original key holder.
Some of them are original keys to the hotel, yes, sir. We're thinking that maybe that could have been a train schedule.
Here is the exterior of the Excelsior House in Jefferson, Texas. This is a small town in East Texas that usually has a lot of activities going on, especially in the summertime. I've been here a few times. It's a great place to go. Nearly every home here in this town is on the historical registry of places. Most all homes here were built in the 1800s. It houses the $1 million chandelier. There's only 2 chandeliers like that. One I showed you at the beginning of this video, and I think the other one is located in Spain. Spain or Italy, but you can find that online. Here's a look down the side of the hotel. There are not many rooms in here to stay in. I think there are less than 20. If you read about this online, this is one of the most haunted places in Jefferson, Texas. There is a ghost tour that is given here usually Friday and Saturday nights, and that's a great ghost tour. They'll take you all over the town and tell you about the different buildings. But there have been 3 presidents stay here: Ulysses Grant, Rutherford B. Hayes, George Bush. This town has a lot of history. I'll show you parts of it today. There's quite a few antique stores that will be going in, so I'll show you some of those. But wanted to give you a view of the main street in Jefferson. They have a general store here. Population is about 2,000. And again, they have many activities during the summer. This place will be packed during the summer. There's weekend activities they usually have planned. But this Excelsior House Hotel is the most haunted here. The most haunted room is the Jay Gould Room, G-O-U-L-D. That's room, I think, 212, 215. But it's worth coming to Jefferson, Texas if you have never been. Here's another great hotel in Jefferson, Texas. It's called the Jefferson Texas Hotel, or Jefferson Hotel. It's supposed to be another haunted place. Here on the corner of Northvale and West Austin is where you will meet for the Ghost Walk in Jefferson. But the Jefferson Hotel is another haunted hotel. It actually has been renovated as of last year. A younger couple bought it. I don't know what they've done to it, but I heard that they found a doll in the floor of one of the rooms, and it was in a case. So they came up with a room called the doll room or something like that. I may stay there the next time I'm in, but I have not been in there since it's been renovated. May take a walk in just a second and see if they will show us around a little bit.
About staying there at some point.
I've been told it's been turned into a fairly eclectic hotel. Guys, I'm just going to tell you, I've peeked in the front door of this Jefferson Hotel. And again, it was a young couple that bought it last year, and when I went on a ghost tour, they had just purchased it and began renovations. And this place was pretty bad shape when they began, but I just looked in the door of this hotel, and the owner is about to be here in 5 minutes, and she's going to let us come in and videotape some of this hotel, but it is over the top. So I'm going to do a separate video. Well, you know, I may just include this on here, but I may do a separate video of this hotel just so that it has its own YouTube video. So I'm going to close this one out on the Excelsior House, and then I will video the Jefferson Hotel in just a few minutes. It may not be a very long video, but you guys have to see this.